This is a calf barn. It holds 20 calves from birth into weaning age, which is about 5-6 weeks old. When they're born, they get 2 bottles of colostrum, which has really good antibodies in it, and it's just really good for their overall developmental growth. They'll get ear tagged with 2 tags. I'll give them 3 kinds of vitamin shots, both C, A, and D, and iron, and they'll also get an Enforce nasal injectable, which is good for their respiratory system. They all get a bottle's worth of milk, and I try to bucket train them as soon as possible just to make it easier and quicker to feed. It is below 40 degrees right now, so I always make sure they're bedded really good. That girl is really little. She was premature, so I keep a coat on her quite a bit and some extra straw. When they're born, we have a calf warmer in the barn. They'll be put in a calf warmer just to warm them up a little bit, and then they'll get a coat on for the first day. All the pens, here's some ones I haven't scrubbed out yet. Here's some ones. I'll muck out all the shavings and straw and whatnot, and they'll all get scrubbed down clean with hot soapy water and sanitized before any calf gets put in here. Just anything possible we can do to help ensure that they get a good start. Calves are a lot more susceptible to just bugs and viruses and some bacteria that some older animals have a little bit more immune system that they can fend off. All calves, the milk we use, any milk that we don't want to put in the bulk tank, either from cows that have mastitis or they're being treated. That's the milk that we use to feed our calves. It gets put in this pasteurizer till it's 145 degrees, and then it cools down to 100 degrees. It's very important to feed calves milk at 100 degrees, especially when it's cold like this. We'll actually give them a little bit more milk just to help out. Any less than 100, and they actually use calories just to digest that milk. So when it's really cold temps and you're feeding cooler milk, it's really doing the calf no good. From here, once they're weaned, they will, if you can see it, go down to the weaning barn. It's group housing. There's six calves per side, and they'll stay there till about 3 months old. And then from there, they'll go into an even bigger grouped housing, and at about 5 months old, they'll start to be put on corn silage. So they're very happy calves up here, and we got this nice building, so they're warm. They're hungry right now. The milk isn't ready, but I'll give them milk, and then when temperature is like tonight, that's supposed to be get into the 20s. I only give the weaned calves a little bit of warm water. During the day, they'll get a little warm water in all their buckets, and when they're born, they'll start out at 1/2 pound of grain, and then they'll increase in 1/2 pound increments until they get to 2 pounds. And then once they're at 2 pounds and about 5 weeks old, that's when I'll start weaning them off the milk, and they'll be completely to an all grain diet.